Hi, I am Dr. Upson and welcome to step one, creating a Sharpe optimal portfolio. This is for our AP Calc students. First thing I want to say is we've created there's an overview sheet here that talks about the math of Sharpe optimal portfolios. What we're going to do in this project is using a portfolio of stocks that are going to be assigned. You're going to create an Excel spreadsheet that then creates a Sharpe optimal portfolio. I hope you enjoy the project. A portfolio of stocks, just real quickly, is just a group of stocks. The amount of money that we invest in each underlying stock is called the weight. And what we're trying to do in a Sharpe optimal portfolio is maximize the return for a given level of risk. So the Sharpe ratio is the return of the portfolio divided by the risk of the portfolio. Portfolio risk comes because we're investing regarding the future. We don't know what exactly the future is going to be, so that is what the risk is actually measuring. You can go ahead and read this. It'll just kind of give you an overview. This is the Sharpe equation. We take the derivative of it with respect to W1 and then go through a fair amount of algebra to come out with the underlying weight. Once we know what W1 is, the weight of asset 1, since there are only two assets in the portfolio for this method, we just take 1 minus W1, that gives us W2. Okay, so that's just a quick overview. Let's go ahead and get started. First thing you're going to do is click on the assigned stocks and go ahead and click open. And what you're going to see here is an Excel spreadsheet. Once it starts, go ahead and enable the editing on it, and you'll see your name listed and then a list of stocks that you're going to be assigned. Each one of these stocks are ETFs, exchange traded funds, and they're all what's called a spider fund or SPDR. So you can look them up if you have any kind of interest. You're assigned a particular group of 10 with replacement. So some of you may have, like you can see here, I have CBND and this is CBND and CBND. So you may have some overlap in your portfolios, but more or less each portfolio is going to be unique. And then an ETF, just to let you know, is a stock that owns a group of other stocks or other financial assets, let's say. It might be bonds, it might be gold, for example. One of the ETFs in here is called GLD, and it just owns gold. Okay, so you'll want to have this open and find your name, and then we're just going to minimize that window. The next thing we need is our base Excel file. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Give it a second to come up, and we want to enable our editing. And then we want to enable the content. And then what you're going to do is enter your name, your first name, your last name, and then you're going to get a student ID number. I'm just going to randomly pick a number here. And it's going to be 8 characters long, so make sure you do your 8. And just go ahead and click OK. Alright, and what it does is it creates this file for you, and you'll notice the name is Sharpe Optimal and then whatever your 800 number is associated with it. We can go back to the setup, and we're just going to exit that. We don't want to save it, so go ahead and click on Don't Save. And then this worksheet that's been created for you is just going to be on your desktop. So if I minimize here, you can see that the file is right down here on my desktop. Alright, so I want to keep these videos pretty straightforward, so at this point I'm just going to go ahead and stop the video, and when we come back we're going to go through a little bit of what this worksheet does. Alright, thank you very much. Bye.